Hey, what's going on, good people of the interwebs? Good morning. Welcome back to Adventures in Digital Marketing. If we haven't met before, my name is Rob. I'm a web designer and developer who helps people do business better online. I help you with your technology, your strategy, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to learn more about me, you can go to my site, roborr.net, and click on the About Me link and learn all about how I got to where I am, doing the things I'm doing, and all that kind of stuff. So before I get started, though, excuse me, one thing that I want to talk about real quick is if by chance you're catching this on the replay and you want to go back and you want to see some of the other stuff that I've created, I invite you to go to roborr.tv and go to my YouTube channel where all this stuff is. So it would be really awesome to get your feedback and your thoughts. There's over 200 episodes of this show that are on my YouTube channel now. So it's growing, and the response has been encouraging, and it's a modest growth thing so far. I'm not shooting off into the stratosphere with anything, but the consistency is what we're going to talk about today anyway. So but it's a good morning here in Tallahassee. Like I said yesterday, the women's softball team is in the Women's College World Series, and they beat Alabama last night to go to the championship series. So very excited about that. For those of you who don't care about such things, I didn't really care about softball too much before a few years ago when we started following the women, and they're just a lot of fun to watch, and they're pretty good. So go Noles, and hopefully they'll be able to put together a competitive effort against Oklahoma, who seems to be quite the team. So anyway, it is what it is. So what I'm talking about today is publishing prolific content every day. And I don't know if you know what the meaning of prolific means, but the idea is to publish something that is it is outside of the mainstream. So it is it means that the mainstream is like the regular advice that you get, and quite frankly, the stuff that's happening right now in digital marketing has really become kind of mainstream. So many people are all saying the same thing and doing the same things that there's really not anything unique about sales funnels or online marketing or affiliate marketing or any of the kinds of things that you're seeing in those spaces right now. So there's a lot of stuff right now is just very boring. The other end of the spectrum, because if you read Expert Secrets, Russell talks about a spectrum, right? So right in the middle is the mainstream. On the outer edges on either side are the crazies, right? He uses the example of the Netflix movie Eat the Sun, where people were trying to build or trying to find nutrients by gazing at the sun, which is, utterly insane. Just from so many different perspectives, right? So, that is like way outside the realm of mainstream for sure, but it's too far. It's way too far outside of that. And then in between those is the prolific zone, right? And that's where he uses the idea of bulletproof coffee, where, it's a really polarizing topic in the health and fitness world. And when it came onto the scene, people were thinking that it was absurd. They're like, who in the world would put butter in their coffee? Those kinds of things. It's just insane. But there's enough people that it wasn't so crazy that people weren't willing to try it. So, and even now this morning, I've got a cup full of coconut oil and coffee right here that I'm drinking. I drink it every day, and I love this stuff. So it's been very popular, and it's gained a huge following, and lots of people love it, and it is definitely outside the stream of mainstream advice. So what does that mean, though? When you take that idea, because the way that Russell is framing it up is in the idea of having something to sell, right? I'm talking about this in terms of your content creation. So there's two aspects to being prolific. There's the sheer volume of the things that you're creating, meaning that there's a lot of it. You're creating tons and tons of content, but the content that you create falls outside of that realm of mainstream and crazy, right? So you're not wanting to come in every day. If you're publishing every day, you want to come in and talk about things that live in this prolific zone and approach it from a prolific kind of way. Now, how do you combine that with doing this every day? That's the hard part, right? It is really challenging because here's the deal. Most people that are on my friends list aren't going to see this, right? There's, the views that I'm getting on my videos right now are really, really low. But the practices that, that I'm doing are not just for views. I'm doing this to come in here and practice to get better. I'm eating my own dog food in this sense that, I'm practicing what I preach. I talk about practicing creating content. It's what I do. I come in here every day and I'm practicing. I'm talking about things that I'm working on. I'm talking about things that are working, things that aren't working. And just from a sheer volume point, I don't see anybody else going live every day. I think Zeki goes live in his group on a regular basis. And there are a couple other people here and there that are going live, but I don't see a lot of live stuff that's popping up anymore. So just continuing to show up is kind of my thing right now, to continue to be out there, to be present, to be talking about the things that I'm working on, and to to continue pushing forward, not only because I want to connect with you guys, I want you guys to listen. I want you guys to watch. I want you to catch it on my podcast and on my YouTube channel. Definitely want all of those things, but I'm also doing this for myself just to come in here and practice and get better at presenting and doing this stuff every single day, or at least during the weekdays. And then I've got other stuff that I do on other days. So, but that's the idea, is you've got to find though where your idea is, right? So for me, my prolific idea is this area that is, websites are not dead, but it's not a traditional website, right? It's not the ClickFunnels. It's not, just straight, unbridled digital marketing. It's what I call the platform funnel. It's the personal brand hub that elevates authority, that elevates visibility, that helps you to understand and to know and to see, results, right? To grow in the eyes of your viewers, to grow in the your authority and the perceived value that you're bringing to the table. It's so huge because all of the digital marketers that I see that are talking about stuff on a regular basis with these ridiculous engagement posts, they all sound the same. And they don't bring anything unique to the table. And they are all doing the same thing, and they're all climbing and trying and striving to build their own visibility. What a lot of these people don't realize is that without a funnel hub, you're going to have problems. So, and if you don't understand what a funnel hub is, Russell Brunson's using it, Steve Larsen, then you look at the, some of the people in the industry that are the big names like, Amy Porterfield and Pat Flynn and Rick Mulready, and some of these people that have been really, really successful with their online businesses have built their whole business around this concept of a funnel hub and didn't even know it in most instances. Marie Forleo is another example of somebody who's done a great job with that. So that's my prolific approach, is to take kind of the hybrid of a traditional blog and the funnel, the sales funnel, to take those two things and put them together and make it into something that is going to elevate your brand, elevate your voice, increase your authority, and help you to win traffic. That's my approach to this stuff. So that's what I come in here and I talk about, right? I talk about expert authority. I talk about frameworks. I talk about how to create these things for your business, because there's a whole world of people out there that don't have any clue about what digital marketing is all about, but they're prolific bloggers. They're constantly creating content and trying to grow their business and need to hear what we're talking about when it comes to a platform funnel or even just really traditional sales funnels, right? They need to grow into that space to build their own platform. So anyway, that's just what's on my mind this morning. Being in here every day is not easy. It's challenging, and especially when you are looking at your stats. I know that Russell made the, he was talking about it on, I guess it was in Expert Secrets, that he wasn't, he didn't look at his statistics. He didn't look at the numbers for his podcast when he first got started, because if he did, he'd probably get discouraged because nobody was really paying much attention. I think with Russell, there were definitely people paying attention. When I'm talking about nobody's paying attention, there's like nobody. So it is what it is, though, right? We work on this to continue to grow and to build. And there are people that are watching. I get, my inbox has started to get more messages of people asking and reaching out and asking questions and telling me that they saw something that was helpful in the videos and those kinds of things. And I appreciate that. So, every time I get discouraged with something that's going on, I just think back to, hey, the chart is starting to go up, right? There's starting to be some results for what's happening here. So I need to continue to stay the path. So for those of you guys that have been with me live today, I appreciate it. For those that are watching and listening on the replay, thank you very much. You guys have a fantastic day.